Hi, welcome back to my channel. I attended an opera and this is the story time. This story time is, you know what, is to encourage anybody out there who want to do things but is waiting for people to do it with them, or your friends are not available, or there is nobody to do it with, so to speak. You might have people in your life but everybody's busy doing one thing or the other, and because of that you end up seeing yourself consciously or subconsciously missing out on things because you don't want to do it alone. By the end of this story, I hope that you will get the courage to attend or do that thing that you've been wanting to do alone. Now, once upon a time, once upon a time, I was scrolling through Instagram and watching people's stories. And I followed this restaurant, Cibo restaurant. And whilst I was watching their story, an event popped up. Luxury dining with opera. And I said, this is right up my street. I would like to attend this. Not because of the dining aspect of it, but because of the opera aspect of it. I love opera singing. It's one of those things I like to attend. And I clicked on the link, saw the ticket prices. It ranged from £130 to £150 per person for information's sake. And a week after I saw the event, I booked my ticket. And I booked it before telling anybody, in my life, because I promised myself I was going to attend, whether anybody was going with me or not. And by booking the ticket, it meant that anybody's yes or no wasn't going to have an effect on me, because if I didn't book the ticket and waited for people to give me or whether you're going to come or not, then I might end up being affected by people's responses, whether I realize it or not. So I booked my ticket and then I took a screenshot and forwarded it and invited people in my life, and as you have it, nobody was available for one reason or the other. Some people really made an effort to try to swap shifts and things like that, and some people also just nobody was available. Long and short of the story. Anyway, there was a 4-week interval from me booking the ticket to the event day, and during that 4 weeks, I won't lie, a part of me considered saying, oh, maybe I should leave this. I imagined a situation whereby I'll be there on sitting alone, where everybody else maybe is paired up with a friend or partner or whatever, paired up one way or the other. But I had already made a promise to myself that I was going to attend that event. Excuse me. I had already made a promise to myself that I was going to attend the event regardless, and I had to honor that promise. Now, this is not the first time I've attended or gone to places solo, so it's not a new thing to me per se. However, there was still something about this particular event and everything around it that felt, oh my god. Anyway, 4 weeks to the day, I prepared, and the good thing about the in-between within those 4 weeks, I snapped out of the whole, whilst I was there deliberating if I should go alone or not, I told myself this statement: look, stop worrying. You're not going to be the only human being amongst aliens. You'll be fine. And that immediately snapped me out of it. So I began to look forward to the day, began to prepare for the day. And the good thing about my preparation interval was that I did not have to make any new purchase of dress, shoe, bag, anything like that, because I already had those things. Because I operate on this mindset of stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Therefore, if I see a beautiful dress on a random Tuesday, I would buy it if I can, not because, oh my god, where am I going to wear this to? I buy it and I have it, because I believe once I have it, the event will turn up, so to speak. Anyway, fast forward to the day of the event. I booked my Uber because I wanted to create a whole experience out of it. I booked an Uber. Whilst I was waiting for my Uber, I got dressed, music playing, took my time, put on my makeup, put on my dress, everything. It was a whole experience from the house. I loved every aspect of my getting dressed. I'm someone that loves to get dressed anyway. I would get dressed to go to Sainsbury's. It doesn't matter. And so I'm going with this earring because it ties in perfectly with that. See? Yes. So and I need to apply some shimmer. I already did here. For the scent of the night, I'm going with YSL Caban because this is very spicy, and yes, I want to bring a little for spice. And this is my favorite scent, my favorite perfume. Zejov Kasam. Is this Zejov Lera? No, not Lera. Italica. So these two, I'll be layering them together. So I'll use this as the base and use it as the top. And yes, that's it. That's my scent of the night. Anyway, I finished getting dressed. My Uber came and I was so beautiful and so stunning. Yes. And I entered the car and we drove off. It was an hour drive, and throughout the drive, honestly, it was a fun drive. I engaged with the driver. We got chatting. He asked me what the event was. I told him, and I remember his response was, "Wow, you are the first black person or black lady I'm seeing going to an opera, and you're even going alone." Like, he was amazed and intrigued by that. I laughed it off, and it was a compliment, and I took it graciously. So we got to the place, he dropped me off, and as he dropped me off right at the door of the restaurant, somebody came and held the door open for me, and I stepped out. I wish I could capture my outfit as I stepped out, but anyway, I've got pictures I will insert in this video. So I stepped out, I walked into the restaurant majestically, and I was welcomed so well. Prior to my arrival, prior to the day, I had already made a plan in my mind that I was going to arrive 30 minutes before the guest arrival. So guests were supposed to be arriving from 7:30 in the evening. My plan was to arrive at 7 o'clock because I wanted to arrive early, get in there, settle before the other guests came. Because I imagined the situation whereby if I walk in late when every other person was there, I would feel more self-conscious. So in order to reduce that for myself, my plan was to arrive earlier than anybody else, and that worked perfectly. So at 10 past 7 o'clock, I was there. I was welcomed in, ushered to the bar section, champagne on arrival, all the whole works, took my pictures, relaxed, and honestly, I walked in so confidently. I was great. I was okay. So anyway, come by 7:30, other guests began to arrive. At this point, I already settled in. I was able to approach people, say hello, have little mini chats here and there. The event started at began at what time? I think 8 o'clock or half 8. There was 5-course meal, very delicious. I mean, the meals I had, they were one of the best meals I've had in my life so far. One of the best, not the best, one of the. So it was beautiful. The opera singing. I was sat in the front row, which was great because I could see everything. There was nobody's head blocking me. Yes, I was the only person that wasn't paired up with anybody. I mean, I need to give myself a tap on the shoulders. I was the only person not paired up with anybody. However, although I was alone from a physical view, but I never felt alone at any moment. There was not a single time I felt alone in any way. I loved it. The drinks were flowing. It was just a beautiful atmosphere. I love being in the midst of people that understood the same thing, had the same love for whatever reason. Of course, everybody had their different reasons for being there. I wanted to experience a different evening, just getting to know people, hear people's stories. It was refreshing. It was the kind of environment I love to be in. It just felt good, and the whole place was oozing with different beautiful scents. Like the perfume collection there was just, oh my god. The perfume scent was just like being in, I don't know, one prestigious perfume room. Anyway, the event lasted for about 2 hours or so, and by the time it was done, I already had my Uber already waiting for me. So I was the first to arrive, and I was also the first to leave. Perfectly. I left immediately the event was over. I didn't hang around to chat with anybody again. And of course, I got into my Uber and had another 1 hour ride home, which was also another engaging ride, and talking about the event. And I got this impression that people kind of felt like, oh my god, it was some, like, wow, you went to an opera, like that kind of thing. However, it was, the point of my story really is, it was something that I could have backed out of because, oh my god, there was nobody to go with, but I did it, and it gave me some extra social confidence that in my head right now, there is literally no event I cannot attend alone. I don't think there is any event. Like, there's a difference between needing people to come with you to something and wanting people to come with you to a place. So I'm at this point where if I see something, if I see an event, whatever, that I want to attend, I already made a resolve, make a resolve in myself that I will go. So somebody coming with me is more of, I am attending this, you're invited to join me if you want to. Not that I need you to join me. It's more like, come and share the experience or not. It's just more empowering and more liberating. So anyway, if you have an event or anything like that, even if you're just going to lunch in your local restaurant, it doesn't even have to be an event. Because I know many people kind of can't stand, oh my god, I'm alone in a public place. Try it. You'll be surprised at how much you are going to get to know yourself and be by yourself and be comfortable. And also it allows you to engage with, make other human connections, and it's quite, and it develops a lot of social skills that you don't really realize that you need to develop. And it's not about sitting there and scrolling away on your phone either, because I made sure I kept, although I had my phone, I took my pictures and that was it. I wasn't there scrolling away on the phone just to avoid human contact or talking. Nah, none of that. So don't let the facts, don't keep yourself waiting on people to go do things with you. It doesn't matter who the people are, your friends, partner, children, parents. Most times we see ourselves waiting on people to do certain things, or missing out on certain things because there is no one to do it with. No, you can't do it. There is someone to do it with. There is always someone to do it with, and that someone is you. So thank you for watching, and until the next story, stay sassy.